Well, from my contacts here on the margins of OSCE meetings, I can tell you that there is a big number of my counterparts who are really very preoccupied with what is happening and who are asking questions to me, who are engaging with me, which is not something one would imagine in other contexts, including the UN context, where we are dealing mostly with the Security Council members. So here, my circle of those with whom I can speak, the couloirs is much wider. But at the same time, there is a number of countries who absolutely exclude any change in the common efforts towards Russia, common position towards Russia, and who are, if I may use this word, they are holding their colleagues hostage. They don't want to allow any leeway for collective efforts towards Russia. And you see, this is now absolutely clearly manifested in this narrative, which has become more and more distinct about starting negotiations with Russia, designating a person who will be able to speak on behalf of everybody. The problem is that European Union, the body which was created for economic benefit of the whole of the European continent, is now, to a large extent, I mean, those functionaries of the European Union, top functionaries, they are to a large extent calling the shots, and they are kind of keeping everybody in a stock, like shepherds, and looking at the at every attempt to leave this stock and to kind of act in an open-minded way. So people are afraid, really afraid about repercussions from European Commission, from some kind of unfriendly signals to this or that capital, which is too friendly towards Russia, too open from Russia. So this is a very strange situation. It's absolutely against the common sense. As for the peace efforts, I can tell you that, well, for the path for peace is absolutely clear right now. And it's absolutely clear that there is a group of countries or individuals, let's put it this way, elites, who absolutely don't want to follow this path of peace. They have absolutely different plans. Is it because of the fact that they have no true reckoning of reality, or for some other reasons? I don't know. But the fact is that there is a group of elites, group of people who have bet everything on the continuation of this situation. Of course, on top of them is Zelensky. By the way, today, as you might know, it is the 7th anniversary of his inauguration, and 2 years that he spent on top of Ukrainian power without any legitimate reasons so far. So he just usurped power. And it's a sad day for the Ukrainians, who are now deprived of the possibility to elect anybody else. So this person and his henchmen, of course, they are not interested in any change, because they understand that the end of the war will mean, the end of the warfare will mean that they will have to be held responsible for what they did for their country. They don't want this change. They want their country to fight to the very end, even if it means that everybody will be sacrificed in Ukraine. There are the others in Europe who are behind these corrupt Ukrainian elites, and who also have, I guess, certain reasons to keep it on top of everything, and to keep the situation around corruption scandals at a very, very low heating level. And these groups together, they are doing everything to convince everybody of this very perverted, I would say, wishful thinking, that everything is good for Ukraine at the battlefield, that everything is bad for Russia, that Russia is on the brink of losing all the strategic advantages. I think they are very close to the moment, and I said it openly at the last meeting of Permanent Council. We're back to the moment when they will again say that Russia has only a handful of missiles to launch, and that in order to create new missiles, we have to get chips from microwaves and washing machines. I think we saw it before. So these people, they absolutely don't care about how weird their statement sound, they can do and they will do everything to keep it as it is and to keep Ukrainians fighting and inflicting as much harm to Russia as possible, even if it will mean that there will be no Ukraine afterwards, that the whole of Ukraine will be sacrificed. All its not only men but women as well. I think they are very close to this moment. And the path to peace is absolutely clear. We want normal neighbor on our borders. There are regions that made their desire to unite with Russia their wish, and we accepted them in accordance with their constitution. With our constitution, it implies that the territories of these regions should be liberated either by military means or by consent of the Ukrainians. And also a big question is how the rest of Ukraine will look like. We will not tolerate the same regime in the remainder of Ukraine, regime that absolutely is not doing its duties in terms of respecting the right of Russian speakers. Ukraine is the only country in the world which officially banned Russian language, any language, in fact. And it does so in absolute contradiction to its constitution provisions. It tramples on its constitution. So we want a normal neighbor. We want a normal country on our borders that will not threaten Russia. We want the country with which we signed a treaty on good neighborhood the moment when Russia and Ukraine emerged as independent states. A lot of things have been done in Ukraine in contradiction to this treaty. So we want this situation in order to be sure that there will be no more problems coming from for us from the territory of Ukraine. It's as simple as this. So this part is clear. Everybody understands this, but some people prefer to ignore this sad reality that either it's this scenario or we will have to continue to fight with all the possible unpredictable negative implications for Ukraine as a country, and also with increasing the risk of direct military clash between Russia and NATO, with all the predictable consequences for the European continent. It's as simple as that.